Hi, I'm Ken Danjanovich, your host of this edition of Sportsman's News Television. I'm in Old Harbor, Alaska, just outside of Kodiak with the Kodiak Sportsman's Lodge. This is our first trip to this lodge, and we're expecting a great week of a very good mixed bag of fishing opportunities. We'll be fishing for halibut, lingcod, yelloweye, all types of rockfish, and both silver and king salmon this time of year. We're about the second week in July, and a little bit tough getting in here sometimes because of the weather. The Kodiak area is known for its fog and rainy conditions. As you can see here around me, boy, lush conditions on all of the hillsides right down to the water levels. So what do you say we grab our gear and hit the boat today with the Kodiak Sportsman's Lodge. We're doing a little trolling this afternoon for king salmon, and the silvers are in here now too. We're here just after the 4th of July, and so we're doing some downriggers here on the two outside rods. The back rod has a shallow planer on it, and so we're gonna see if we can get into a nice king here for our first day at Kodiak Sportsman's Lodge on Kodiak Island. No one jump out to the side. Little pink salmon. Yeah. Oh, we got one on there too? Oh yeah, they both at the same time. Oh, there was one right there. Let's just get it again. Dude, that's a big silver. Yeah. Really? Nice. Little double action there on the silver salmon. Just barely put out too.
Is that a silver or?
Yeah, both silvers. Yeah. Nice.
John! Is that another silver or?
Yep.
I just bring this one right up?
Oh, wait.
I'll let that one. Just leave it right there. No, you did right. Find that.
Hey, the silvers are hot and heavy all of a sudden. That's double time here with Kodiak Sportsman's Lodge. Well, we're doing a little jigging now for Maybe for some halibut or lingcod. Rockfish this afternoon. The bite on the salmon was a little bit light, so we're gonna change species here for a little while.
What do you say, 30, 35? Just off Cape Kodiak. Reel in? Yeah. That's a halibut, huh? Nice one, baby.
Good sign when they take you to the bottom a little bit, so could be a decent fish. Nice. First lingcod of the trip. I'm kind of the boss down there, those choppers in there. Well, we had cut a couple of nice lingcod there. Using just a bare jig. You know, here at Kodiak Sportsman's Lodge, every aspect of their operation, they've taken great heed in making sure that it's going to be a great experience for all of their guests. Gary and his staff have owned this lodge for the last 11 years, and so there's only a couple lodges in this part of Kodiak Island in Old Harbor, and you're very close to all the fishing grounds. And then here at the lodge itself, very nice accommodations, wonderful food. Everything you're going to need for your trip is available. They have Wi-Fi, and surprisingly, when we got here, we had very good cell service on our Verizon plans and everything else. So both texting and phone service has been excellent, and of course their Wi-Fi, for those that need that, has been very good as well. So boy, everything that we are looking for in a lodge here in Alaska, we've had at the Kodiak Sportsman's Lodge in Old Harbor. Day 2 here with Kodiak Sportsman's Lodge, right around the point this morning, and we're going to be fishing for multi-species again. Our captain says this is the first venture here this year. About a 35-minute drive from the lodge itself this morning, and got some rollers going, but not too bad. We're actually quite close to the shoreline here, so for those of you that have problems when you get out in the ocean, you know, one of the things that really helps is to always keep a visual on land. That seems to help that inner ear movement, and even those that have a problem with seasickness a little bit can be comforted by that sometimes. We'll be using jigs again today, and we'll be free floating, and the captain will be trying to hold us in place with his motors, and then we'll just keep going back through those areas where he's seeing on his sonar that we should be fishing. So we should maybe lingcod, yellow eye, black bass, and hopefully some halibut this morning. here at Kodiak Sportsman's Lodge. All right, a little bit better feeling fish here. Could be a lingcod, maybe even a small halibut, but a little bit of head shaking going on. We've got a pretty nice yelloweye here off this point this morning. First one of the trip, and pretty typical. Of course, they can get a lot bigger than this too, and the yelloweye are an interesting species too. They live a long time in the ocean.
Don't grow very fast.
Fast, yeah. Pretty slow growers.
Well, just got lucky on that one, sure. Was it yet?
Alright, pretty good fish right here. It's a nice ling. A bit farther off the shore now, and
Nicely, 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 nicely.
nice.
Nice ring, Cam.
And talk about prehistoric. It's about as close as you'll get looking at the fish right there.
Oh, melon on, you get a fish on.
You know, the neat thing about this area in Kodiak is that when you're fishing for these different species, even when you're fishing for specifically salmon, you may very well catch a halibut or a lingcod or you know, the bottom dwelling fish as well. We're using on the to attract on the salmon, we're using planers, dodgers for the effect to for their sight, and then you can use anywhere from, this is called a hoochie. You can use whole herring that they put on. They put a toothpick through them so it curves their body so it actually is spinning in the water as it trolls behind you. And then here fishing for the rockfish and lingcod and halibut in this area, we can either use the jigs. And as you can see, we're only using what, about a 16 ounce at the most lead head weight, and it's always kind of nice to put a little bit of a piece of fish on there of some type to for a little bit of smell. And then this is just what I call a crocodile. This one happens to have a treble hook, but you can also use it with single hooks, and these are deadly for the black bass. So we're gonna have a great time here today. Multiple species trip again. Really, every day you come out here, you're going to bring a mixed bag home with you in the locker. So great time here at Kodiak Sportsman's Lodge. Gary Sampson does a great job. Next time you're looking for a great adventure, give him a call at Kodiak Sportsman's Lodge in Old Harbor, Alaska.
Nice one. Looks like a local one right there. What is it?
It's a chum.
Chum?
Chum salmon,
The
yeah.
dump-
You can tell by the stripings on it. See the faint stripes this way?
Yeah.
That's how you can tell the easiest on it.
Can't believe it's true.
You gonna throw him back?
Yeah.
Is that one?
Came out. Well, it's our last morning here with Kodiak Sportsman's Lodge, and a little drifting off a point here, and hooked into a real good fish. Feels like a.
You don't know. We haven't seen
I'm hoping it's a big ling cod, but I think it's going to be a
I think it's
pretty good size halibut.
Ling cod. See that? It just flopped.
Well, as you can see, we've had another great experience here in Alaska, this time on the island of Kodiak with Kodiak Sportsman's Lodge. Gary Sampson and his crew do an excellent job. We welcome them as one of our newest Platinum Approved outfitters. And the next time you're looking for a great outdoor adventure, give them a call to book a fabulous all-species trip here. Halibut, lingcod, every species of salmon. You name it, they've got it. And so, as always, thank you for joining us on this edition of Sportsman's News Television.
Sportsman's News Television is brought to you by Alps Outdoors. Exceed your expectations. CVA. It's just a better gun. Double Tap Ammunition. Made with pride in the USA. Sitka. Turning clothing into gear. Browning. The best there is. Bushnell Trophy Cam HD. And brought to you by your local Ford stores, home to built Ford tough trucks.
What's America's best-selling brand of trucks? You're in for a big surprise, pal. Actually, you're not. It's Ford F-Series again, and it wasn't even close. Same trucks that have been leading the industry for 39 straight years. Why? Game-changing innovation, like F-150's high-strength military-grade aluminum alloy, which helps make it stronger, more capable, and more efficient than ever. Innovation. It's why Ford F-Series is making every other truck brand history.